life, if I donate my eyes, I might be born blind in my next life. So I'm very lucky because my mom donated one of her kidneys to me and she just wanted me to live. I wonder how many of others are as lucky as I am. I think it's the very vibrancy of life after life. You can continue to see this beautiful world, the greenery around you. And the very fact that your heart is beating in someone else, that person may fall in love once again. Think about organ donation positively because planning to run how much ever I can, rope in as many recipients as I can and proclaim to the world that hey look, we are leading normal lives thanks to a second chance, thanks to a gift that someone gave us. Dil de ke dekho types.
Hello, my name is Shreya Gaudar and I am a recipient of bilateral above elbow hand transplantation. I lost both my forearms in a tragic bus accident in 2016. After the accident, I tried to use prosthetic hands, but they didn't help me in any manner. That is when I saw hand transplantation as my last hope. On the early morning of 10th August, I got to see my new forearms for the first time, and I cannot express the amount of happiness or even the amount of gratitude I felt when I saw my new hands for the first time. I think I'm truly blessed that I got this chance of having hands again, and I had accepted them as soon as I saw them. But today it is almost 3 years since my transplantation and I can do most of my work, be it bathing, dressing up, eating, or combing my hair, brushing my teeth, writing my college exams all by myself. So I'm glad and I'm extremely happy that I can do all of these things again. And I just have one message for my donors family, is that this deed that they did of donating their son's organs is really noble, and he is still alive in 7 other people including me, and this hand transplantation has given me a second shot at life, and my donors family are no less than a God's blessing for me as well as my parents. Thank you.
Are we on? Yeah?
Yeah, Shiva, can you stop screen share? Okay. So, very good morning, namaste, sat sri akal, vanakkam, adab to you all. It is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning today, and it's also a very special day. The first thing I did when I woke up this morning is remembered our teachers. It's Teachers' Day, so salam and pranam to them. And finally, the day that we have all been waiting for is here. All of us at MOHAN Foundation are extremely excited to have you here for the grand launch of TRIOMPH. So what is TRIOMPH? TRIOMPH stands for Transplant Recipients of India and Organ Failure Patients, a movement to provide hope. This is a pan-India multi-organ patient support group focusing on improving the well-being of organ failure patients, patients thinking about a transplant, organ recipients, as well as the caregivers. It is a support group by the patients, of the patients, and for the patients. And its city-wide chapters are led by extremely passionate people from this community. So to talk you all a little bit more as well as to kick off this launch, I now request our country director, Mrs. Lalita Raghuram, to address you all and introduce our first guest for the day. Over to you, Lalita.
Happy morning to you, friends, and a very happy Teachers' Day. I want to start with a story this morning. A story of a 23-year-old girl from Philippines. Her name is Mary Mar Dekene. She was working in a small factory until this pandemic broke. Like several people, when the pandemic broke, she suddenly lost her job. Overnight, she was jobless. She was an artist. So what she did is quickly converted her misery to reskilling herself. And she started collecting large leaves, big leaves, dried them, and made art. And she created faces of celebrities. And she started selling this art, leaf art, online for $8. So celebrity faces like Oprah Winfrey and several others, got, sold online. And that's how she started making money and a living for her family. So she has converted her misery into something good. And this has gone viral all over the world. Friends, we are living in an unusual time. And the story of our organ failure patients and transplant patients is no different. A lot of them have overnight become jobless. I have seen several patients, dialysis patients, not able to reach dialysis center on time. And several of them didn't have adequate stock of medicines to take. So we at MOHAN Foundation saw this and supported a few of them. This is when we realized that we have to address this in a very big way. And thus was born TRIOMPH. So TRIOMPH, like Jaya said, is Transplant Recipients of India and Organ Failure Patients, a movement to provide hope. This initiative aims to provide support not only to kidney patients but also to other, heart, liver, and hand, so many other organ failure patients. I also want to let you know that this launch wouldn't have been possible if Jaya was so steadfastly following up this. She has worked day and night, put together all pieces of TRIOMPH, and we have come to this day because of her dedication and commitment. I'm very proud of Jaya Jairam's commitment and proud to have a colleague like her. Today's launch has two experts. One is a fitness expert and another a nutrition expert. The fitness expert is Mr. Sar Kashyap. I follow Sar on Instagram. When the pandemic broke, Sar started live yoga sessions in the morning at 8:30. You know, he will be there at 8:29 and he does Surya Namaskar sessions. And then in the afternoon at 12:30, again he does yoga sessions. And this is to cater to the UK people, you know, to suit their timings. And then at night at 7:30 to suit US timings, he does a lot of gym, you know, high intensity gym exercise. And all of this he has been doing. And he has followers across the world. Even 80-year-old do yoga exercises. And when I approached him about the launch of TRIOMPH and requested him to do some simple yoga, so show some simple yogasanas for our audience, he readily agreed. So I take great pleasure in introducing Sar Kashyap to you, a fitness expert and an actor. And friends, I hope all of you are ready with your yoga mat. Let's get ready for some simple yogasanas. And don't forget to take a selfie when you are doing yoga. So, Sar, all yours. The floor is yours. I have my yoga mat ready and I'm going to do yoga exercises with you. Thank you so much. Sar, all you.
Hello, welcome. Good morning, all of you. Vanakkam. Thank you so much, Lalitaji, and thank you, MOHAN Foundation. And first of all, congratulations to all of you who are the members of MOHAN Foundation that you have come up with a great initiative. So, and I'm very honored and blessed to be a part of it. So yes, yoga. What is yoga? Yoga is a union of mind, body, and soul. We all know that. But why we need yoga in daily life? First thing in the morning, after you wake up, the first thing in the morning you should do is yoga. Why? Why yoga is for all? Because yoga is simple. Yoga promotes your well-being. Yoga promotes your good spinal health, your bone health, your internal organs health. You get good flexibility. You get good mobility. You have the internal strength. And nowadays, the most important thing, yoga promotes immune health, immune function, lung capacity, blood circulation, heart function, so many things, reducing your blood pressure, improving and reducing your blood sugar level as well. So yes, so the first important thing in yoga, why yoga is so important? The number one obstacle in people's life is, they have a lot of imbalances in their bone, internal organs, they have high blood pressure, high blood sugar levels. So what to do to manage all that? First thing is your posture. During all these daily life, we go to office, you see people, doing like this, working in the laptop. See, look at my spine, it's rounded. And people walk like this, right? It creates imbalances in your spine. When it creates imbalances in your spine, it creates imbalances in your internal organs, your blood circulation. So this is where the problem is. We have to solve it at the root of the problem. So now, the first yoga asana is Tadasana, how to stand straight. So Tada means mountain. So number one, let's all of us do Tadasana. But before that, let's warm up our body. Come on, spot jumps. Start all again. Hope you're ready with the mats. Just arrange your mat and start the spot jumps. 1. Come on, guys, all of you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, just wide, narrow. Look at my feet. Wide, jumping jacks. Just wide and narrow and jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, I hope you have warmed up. Okay, because first thing in any exercise, including yoga, is warm up. So now let's do some basic mobility and dynamic stretches from the neck. All the joints we need to stretch. So let's start neck up, down. Start, stand straight. Okay, start. Neck up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, next side to side, right to left. Come on. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, neck lateral. So we move laterally the neck. Okay, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now neck rotation. Go for the rotation. Smooth neck rotations. 1. Rotate clockwise. Keep your eyes open. 2, 3. Smooth. 4. Keep breathing. Eyes open. And 5. Now go for the anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, shoulder rotation, front to back. Let's rotate our shoulders. Warm up the shoulder muscle. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, the other side from back to front. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now go for the shoulders up, down. We need to increase the shoulder mobility, right? Elbows locked and push back the shoulder. 1, and 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Okay, now let's go for the side bend. We need to stretch these sides, right? Your sides. So side bend, 6 counts. Keep your back straight and normal breaths. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now let's rotate the upper body. Twist, smooth rotations. 1, and keep breathing. Try to look back. 2, very slowly rotations. 3, 4, 2 more times. 5, and 6. Okay, the waist rotation. 1, rotate your hip clockwise. 2, 3, and other side anti-clockwise. 3 counts. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now go for the knee rotation. Slightly bend, keeping the back straight. As I said, Tadasana, posture straight. So keeping my back straight, little bit bend down at the knee and just rotate the knees clockwise. 1, just warming up the knee joints. 2, and 3. Now anti-clockwise, the other way around. 1, 2, and 3. Now you just hold by the waist and right leg up and rotate the ankle clockwise. So warming up the ankle joint. 1, 2, and 3. Anti-clockwise. 1, 2, and 3. Now right leg down and left leg up. Go for the ankle rotation clockwise. 1, 2, and 3. Anti-clockwise. Balance. Try to balance. 1, 2, and 3. Super. Now let's stretch those hamstrings. Very important to stretch and warm up the leg muscles. Okay, so the back thigh muscles slowly, smoothly go down till your ankles and up. Keep your eyes open, your knees as locked as possible, and smooth going down and up. No holding. And 3. 2 more times. Keep breathing. 4. Just slide your hand down, touch the ankles and come up. 5. Okay. Now, as I said, the purpose of telling you about Tadasana before the warm-up was so that when we warm up, we have to be straight. So that when we warm up, Our body is balanced when we are straight. So that was the point of telling you about Tadasana, that we have to stand straight. The human beings during these, working times, daily life, they forget to stand straight. So let's stand straight. Number one asana, Tadasana. Start. Feet together, chest up, back straight, normal. Look front, hands by the side, and stand spine erect. Let's stand like this, strong. Tada means mountain. So let's stand strong for 10 seconds. Taking deep breaths. 1. Start. 2. We will hold for 10 seconds. 3. 4. Spine straight. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Excellent. So that was Tadasana, the number one asana in yoga. Number 2, to do anything in life, we need focus and concentration. So what we do in yoga, we train for the balancing. Let's do Vrikshasana, Vriksh, tree, the tree pose. So what we can do, stand straight and lift the left leg up. Okay. First of all, we stand in the right leg and lift the left leg up and connect the left foot to the inner thigh of the right leg and try to stand straight. You can take a chair. If you're going off balance, take a chair near you, right? Take a chair near you. You try to connect the left foot to the inside thigh of the right leg. Okay, you can, if you go off balance, touch the chair and you can stretch up your hands as if someone is pulling you from above, keeping the spine straight. Let's hold for 10 counts, taking deep breaths, inhale and exhale. Be normal, be aware, but be balanced. Let's focus and concentrate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to balance. 6, 7, 8, 9. And 10. Then slowly hands down and the left leg down. In olden days, our sages and Mahapurush, they used to do tapasya. So that's very important. Actually, what it symbolizes, what it signifies, the focus and concentration. For any balancing activity, you need total focus and concentration. So that symbolizes, to achieve anything in life, you need proper focus and concentration to train the balancing aspect of you in fitness and also in life. Okay, now let's do the other way around. Okay, now let's stand in the left leg. So right leg up, the right foot, touch it to the inner thigh of the left leg. Keep your spine straight. Okay, if you go off balance, you can touch the chair, right? Yes, spine straight, body straight. And then you can just hold the namaskar like this. If you can't do this, okay, you can just hold the namaskar. Try to stand straight and chest up, back straight. Okay, so let's go for Vrikshasana in left leg, the tree pose. Start taking deep breaths. 1, try to balance. 2, 3, be normal, be aware, be focused, and be concentrated. 5, 6, 7, try to stretch up more. 8, 9, and 10. Slowly hands down and the right leg down. So number 1, what we did was Tadasana. Number 2, balancing, Vrikshasana. Now let's go for number 3, Uthita Trikonasana, extended triangle pose. Very important. Now you need to go to your mat and just look at me how it's done. So what happens in triangle pose? We make a triangle. We stretch sideways, right? Sideways the spine, and we stretch the entire leg, right? From the hamstrings to the quads and to the side portion of the spinal column. So see how it is? So what we do, all the asanas are interlinked. So first of all, from Tadasana, you stretch your leg up, hands extended shoulder level, and try to go down. Try to go down. See, my hands are at the same level, and you can touch the ground behind your leg, or you can just, if you don't have the flexibility, you can touch the leg and you can look at the left hand above. Okay, you're making a triangle in this. So, and also the same way, the other side, you need to shift the toes also left side for you to stretch comfortably. Okay, and hold it and look at the right hand this time. So now let's hold for 10 seconds, right side, and then take it to the left side again, 10 seconds. Start, guys. It's very easy. Take deep breaths. Start. Tadasana, spine straight, as I told you, body awareness. Now, feet apart, comfortable stance, locked, hands extended, shoulder level, spine straight, taking deep breaths. Now, the right toe to the right side, and go down the right side, stretch, slowly taking deep breaths. You need to keep your knees, both the knees locked. Okay, you can touch the ground behind or your leg. And look up at the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly up, slowly up. There is no hurry. Asanas need to be done comfortably. Yes. And towards the left side. Now, deep breaths. Slowly, you can hold your leg. If you can't touch the ground, that's okay. But knees locked. And look up now at the right hand. Taking deep breaths. 1. Feel the stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now slowly up, go to the basic, and now taking a deep breaths, you can go back to Tadasana. Okay, super. Sip some water. You need to sip some water between the asanas. 5 seconds break, and we will do number 4, the warrior 1. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So warrior 1, known as Veerbhadra Asana 1. It is named after the great warrior Veerbhadra, who is believed to be an incarnation of Shiva. And he was a very strong, fierce warrior. So the asana is named after him. Veerbhadra Asana 1, also known as warrior 1. So how we do this? We have just done the Trikonasana, right? So here, the change is, if we do the right side, Veerbhadrasana, you have to turn towards the right side and keep a 90-degree angle in the knee. The left knee is absolutely locked. You bend down from the knee, but your spine is straight. And you stretch your hands up. That's it. The hand is over your heart. Stretch up and look at the hand. It's a perfect stretch for your legs and the spine erection, the spine build up, the spine elongation. You need to keep the spine straight. And as this is the warrior pose, you need to feel strong. Okay? Strong, supple, yet flexible. So let's do it from Tadasana connected. Tadasana. Now extend your legs and hands as in Trikonasana basic. Turn towards the right side. Okay? Now go down vertically, bend at the right knee, 90 degree. Don't lean forward, don't lean backward. The spine has to be straight. So look at the right side, join your palms and stretch your hands up, lock and keep breathing, okay? You have to look at the hand, at the palms. 1, stretch up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then now slowly go back to basic Trikon. Now let's do warrior 1, Veerbhadrasana, left side. So let's turn towards the left side. Now the left knee is 90-degree bend. The right knee is locked. Okay, so spine is straight, neither leaning forward nor leaning backwards. So spine straight. Look at the left side. Join your palms the same way and stretch your hands up. And the palms are over the heart. And keep breathing, stretched up, spine straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Super. Sip some water. We have one more standing asana known as the Warrior 2, Veerbhadrasana. In 10 seconds, sip some water, little bit, don't gulp down. Always when you exercise, you need to little bit sip some water. That's it. In 10, sip some water. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I hope you're ready. So now Warrior 2, same thing. The lower body is same. See? Remember Veerbhadra 1 we just did? The lower body is same. Hands extended, shoulder level. And as I'm doing it the right side, look at the left hand, right hand. Look at the right hand and stay strong. Keeping the spine erect, spine pulled up from above, as if, as if someone is pulling you from above. You need to feel strong. That's why it's called Warrior. So let's do 10 seconds of Warrior 2, the right side, and 10 seconds of Warrior 2, the left side. Come on, start. Take your positions. First of all, Tadasana. As I said, we connect all the asanas. Now, extend. Super. Trikona, basic. Now go towards the right side. Shift the right toe towards the right side. Now, bend. Bend at the right knee. Feel strong. Look like a king. And hand extended. Okay, look at the right hand. 1. Spine straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now slowly come back to Trikona basic. Now let's do the left side. Okay, Warrior 2, Veerbhadra 2, the left side. So we shift the left toe towards the left side. Look at the left side and bend the left knee 90 degrees. The right knee is locked and spine straight, hands extended, shoulder level. Absolutely strong. Look at the left hand. 1, 2, keep breathing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Okay. So we have done all the standing asanas. That is number 1, Tadasana. Number 2, what we did? Vrikshasana for balancing tree pose. Number 3, Uttita Trikona Asana. That means extended triangle pose. Then number 4, Veerbhadrasana 1 or the Warrior 1 and Veerbhadrasana 2, the Warrior 2. Quickly sip some water. We will do some basic sitting asanas on the mat. 10 seconds break, sip some water. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the irony is, as I said, we human beings all these years have lost the art of standing straight. For that we did Tadasana. We also lost the art of sitting properly. You see all the time people working in offices like this, keeping the spine round, working like that. That is wrong. You need to keep your spine straight even while sitting. So let's do number 1 sitting pose, Dandasana. Okay, how to sit when you sit down, legs extended. See it. So on your mat, my legs extended forward, my legs are pushed down, spine is straight, my chest up, spine straight, and this is the hip joint. I am creating a 90-degree angle in the hip joint. Spine straight, hands by the side, palms down, and you press your palms down and you pull your spine up and look front. Okay? Front. You need to press your legs down. So let's be in that position, Dandasana, for 10 seconds, taking deep breaths. Cool? Start. Take positions in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, legs extended, straight, press down, chest up, back straight, palms by your side, and press your palms down. Okay, start. Deep breaths, look forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Yes. So one very important thing, we know all the asanas, but the only problem is we don't practice it. Standing, the Tadasana, practicing the Tadasana, it looks very easy, but actually we need to put that to practice daily. And even Dandasana, we need to practice at least these 2 asanas daily after you wake up. Okay. So now, sitting asana, number 1, Dandasana we have done. Okay, it looks quite easy, but it is not that easy. So now, your spine, we have trained for the spine erection, okay, while standing and while sitting. But only spine straight is not enough. Your spine has to be mobile also. Your spine has to bend also, right? Because in real life, when we go outside, we carry bags, we carry bags, we carry weight. So it puts a load in the spine. That means your spine has to be flexible as well as mobile. Now let's do an asana, very easy, the forward bend stretch known as Paschimottanasana asana in yoga. So it's a forward bend stretch. See how it is. So first of all, the basic, what I told you, the asanas are all connected. So from Dandasana, right, we go to Paschimottanasana asana. Okay, and yes, very important thing, those who have back problems, they will not do this, right? Those who have back problems, they will not do this. They will just fold, go forward bend till their knees and just feel the stretch. That's it. Those who have no back problems, they only can do this, right? So how to increase the flexibility and mobility of the spine? Bending forward. There's a technique for this. If you find this difficult, this one is the actual asana. If you find this difficult, you can bend your knee, right? Take the spine along with you. In Paschimottanasana asana, you need to take the whole spine along with you. You put in the lower back and go as a forward bend. So you touch your toes, connect your chest to your knee, spine forward, and then slowly take your knees slowly down and go forward, taking deep breaths. Okay? Let's do for 10 seconds. Go down. Just be normal, just little effort, no forcing, and take care of the back. This is for the hamstrings. Go forward and deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, super. So this asana needs practice.
3 more minutes.
3 minutes. Okay, super. So this asana needs practice. The Paschimottanasana asana needs a lot of practice. Now let's do backward bend. The final asana, what we will do, the backward bend, the cobra stretch, Bhujanga asana. So we did the sitting stand, we did sitting spine erection, we did forward bend, and now the backward bend. So let's do the last asana, Bhujanga asana. So how we do this? You lie down pronated, that means your forehead facing the mat, okay? Now, you stretch your upper body up, back, extension, and look up at the ceiling. You keep a little bend in the elbow. Just 10 seconds. Go like this, look up. 1, keep breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that was the backward bend. Very important. So standing asanas, balancing asanas, standing side asanas with it, sitting asana, basic dandasana, sitting forward and sitting backward, bhujangasana. Now let's cool down. Okay, let's cool down and let's do 1 minute of shavasana. Okay, just lie down without moving, but you're aware in this. Okay, you need to lie down, relax your body from toe to your head. Feel your body is relaxing, but with complete awareness. Shavasana is not sleeping. Shavasana is full alert, full awareness. Okay, let's relax our body. Lie down. Look at me. Just lie down for 1 minute. Keep the body totally relaxed on the ground and just close your eyes and feel your body is being relaxed from toe to your head. Start. Only 1 minute. And hands by your side. Hands, palms facing the ceiling. Excellent. Taking deep breaths. Relax. Focus on your toes and heels. Relax it. Your ankle joint. Relax your ankle joints, both the ankles. Your knees, your calf, your thigh muscles, your buttocks, your hip joint, the waist. The whole lower body is being relaxed. Now relax your lower body, the spine, lower back, the whole spinal column, the upper back. Relax your shoulders, your hands, your neck, your head. Relax your brain. Mentally squeeze out all the stress, tension you have. Squeeze out all the tension, toxins, negativity, and fill your brain and body with positivity. Take deep breaths, fill in oxygen and positivity, and breathe out, flush out the toxins. Absolutely relax your body. Feel light. Feel peaceful. Feel blessed. Okay, now turn to your left side. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. Turn to your left side and just lie down in this position. This is very good for your digestive system and your heart function. Just keeping the eyes closed. Turn to your left side and you can bend your knee a little bit and just relax. You need to relax in the left position. Taking deep breaths in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With the support of your hand, keeping the eyes closed, just sit in Sukhasana. Simple meditation pose as you're comfortable, keeping the back straight, folded knees in meditation pose, and just relax for 5 seconds. Take deep 5 breaths. Okay, now rub your palms and place it gently on your eyes and face. Now you can slowly open your eyes. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you liked it. That was the basic yoga asana with starting with the warm-up and teaching you body awareness, okay? Stretches, flexibility, and which will improve your bone health, your blood circulation, decreasing the blood pressure, improving your blood sugar level, so many things, living a stressful life. Yes. If you want sessions from me, you can get back to me at @Sarkashyap on Instagram. I'll be happy to serve you. Thank you so much, all of you, and thank you, MOHAN Foundation, for giving me the opportunity to at least show you some kind of asanas in yoga. Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much, Jaya. Thank you so much,
Thank
Lalita.
you.
Thank you. Most welcome. Bye-bye. Stay safe
Bye.
and God bless and congratulations for this initiative. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was exhilarating. Thank you so much, Sar. And it's a beautiful start to this wonderful day. Once again, thank you for having us, coming up, taking time out and giving us this session. We look forward to more sessions from you, and we're very keen for that. So, thank you.
Super. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye. Stay safe, all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for watching. That was, I hope most of you all did join in and you all were not just watching. After that wonderful, exhilarating session, I now invite our managing trustee, Dr. Sunil Shroff, to share his views on TRIOMPH and the history of TRIOMPH. And I'd also like to invite him to inaugurate the website. Dr. Shroff, over to you.
Yes, Jaya. Good morning and thank you, Jaya. My internet has been, doing a little bit of tricks this morning, but I have my mobile phone, so I'm going to join through my mobile now. So wonderful to see Sark Kashyap doing all the yoga asanas, and there's a great start to this day, of TRIOMPH, an official launch, although it's been around now almost for over a year now, Jaya, I think. So great to be here this morning and watched Sar with so much enthusiasm doing those asanas, he made it all sound so simple, So, there is many of us who are collected together this morning, and there is one common thread which binds us all together. And that common thread is all about TRIOMPH. When some of you were unwell with organ failure, in depth of your sorrow and in your winter, you found that courage. Just one second. Sorry about that. Yeah. So when you were in your sorrow, when you were in your depth of winter, you found it courage to overcome it, fight it, and now you enjoy the invincible summer, and this is your triumph. So I dedicate this support group to each and every one of you out there, not only in this room watching us this morning, but out there in our country, in various parts. And many of you as caregivers had the courage to overcome your own and your loved one's fear. And I dedicate this support group to all of you for not giving up and helping your loved ones to try of triumph in life, to try and give the triumph in life. And last but not the least, many supporting staff, be it doctors, nurses, dietitians, coordinators, SART this morning, and you gave all of them, all these patients, hope, a reason to smile, and push them to conquest their fears, and you gave them that oomph to live. And I dedicate this support group of TRIOMPH to you all. So all the very best. God bless you all. Be safe, be healthy. Thank you. Thank you, Jaya.
Thank you, Dr. Shaw, for that lovely message. I now invite you to officially launch the TRIOMPH website at the hands of Dr. Shaw.
So I'm going to press a button somewhere here and it's going to get launched. Yes, Jaya?
Yes, Dr. Shaw.
Yes, go ahead. Let's do it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shroff. With your blessings, we start off Triumph. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much, Dr. Shroff. This means a lot to us. With your blessings, we'll start off with Triumph, and we hope to march to give support to one another and help each other at times when we need help most. Thank you so much, Dr. Shroff. We will now, yeah, we will now move on to the next program on this event, the last one. So we have another guest over here, Ms. Pooja Lakhani. She is an expert and an experienced dietitian who has kindly agreed to be on TRIOMPH's advisory panel. She is going to share some important nutrition tips with us and also a few healthy snack recipes for your evening hunger. So these are quick recipes which you can make on the go, and they're very healthy. So Pooja is a clinical dietitian at the Critical Care and Organ Transplant Unit at Apollo Hospitals, Navi Mumbai. Thank you so much for joining us, Pooja. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jaya, for that lovely introduction. At the onset, I would first like to congratulate the whole team of MOHAN Foundation for conceptualizing something which is so innovative and beautiful as a concept. I'll have a few quick take-home messages for all our viewers. Am I audible? Can someone just give me a go-ahead?
Yes, Pooja, yes.
And it is, yeah. So, see, organ failures and organ transplants is like getting a new life altogether. All of us, I think, fairly understand that it is very important to maintain. We understand nutrition tips that one can follow in their daily lives while they are awaiting organ transplant, undergoing a surgery, and even post-transplant. To begin, is nutrition status. What does this optimization mean? It's at times very difficult to stay healthy when you have a vital organ failure. But what best can you do until you're awaiting a transplant? We'll take a look at that. The key highlight of this session would be to maintain an appropriate protein intake. We are all, by our doctors, by our dietitians, time and again informed that protein remains the key nutrient in our daily diet. We'll also look at few suggestions. How can we restrict sodium or salt in the diet, which most of the organ transplant recipients require? There is also sometimes need to adjust electrolytes as needed. And in the end, it's all to maintain or strive for a healthy weight. This is a little complicated algorithm, but I'll try and make it simple for you to understand that when in vital organ failure, when one of your important body organs fails to perform its function, how does it lead to malnutrition? How does it lead to a deteriorated state of health? So first of all, your body gets into something which is called as hypercatabolic state, wherein compared to a healthy person, your body is actually functioning at a very high rate. So when I am sitting and I am talking, I am probably using X amount of energy. But when you have a vital organ failure and you're sitting, you're talking, you might be utilizing 2x amount of energy. So the requirement of your body is pretty high when there is a vital organ failure. At the same time, because one of your important organs, say kidney, say your liver, maybe heart, is not functioning to its fullest capacity, it affects the nutrient absorption. So for example, again, we'll compare to a healthy adult. If I am eating certain amount of food and my body is able to absorb or utilize the nutrition from that food up to say 80 to 90%, in vital organ failure, that reduces to 50 to 60%. So the food that you eat is actually not completely available as nutrition to your body. Other thing is, because of various drugs, because of certain dietary restrictions, and over a period of time, the vital organ affecting other organs leads to a decreased intake. I'm sure most of you must be experiencing challenges in being able to eat adequately. And this keeps worsening over time. So as the disease progresses, one would face an array of challenges in being able to eat itself. Now, nutrition and transplant, why is it important? Why is it that we keep talking about an adequate dietary intake and optimal nutritional health status? Is because there are n number of researches globally. There are multiple institutes which have time and again proved that optimal nutritional status is associated with favorable post-transplant outcomes. What do we mean by that? So while you're waiting for transplant, if your nutritional status is diminishing, there is a chance that the overall manifestations of an organ failure will keep worsening. During the surgery, after the surgery, one might face relatively more complications when compared to a person who is, of course, relatively better in terms of nutritional status. Your adequate nutrition does help with healing. So when post-transplant there is a surgical wound, you're still recovering, you need a lot of medication changes, you might need to stay longer in the hospital. Adequate nutrition intake helps with healing. We will talk in a bit detail about adequate protein intake. Your optimal nutritional intake also helps in blood sugar and electrolyte management. And post-transplant, this implies even pre-transplant, a long-term health management. So if your body does not get its adequate fuel, it's pretty simple to understand. If your body, which we can always compare to the God's most most advanced machine ever made, it needs fuel. It needs adequate amount of energy, protein, vitamins and minerals to function. So there is a long-term healthcare benefit associated, which revolves around adequate weight management, of course, management specific to the organ failure, and stabilization of electrolytes. In the perioperative nutrition, there is a key focus on lean protein intake or high biological value protein intake. Is audio and video all right? Is my screen visible? If I can.
Pooja, you haven't shared screen. You haven't shared screen.
Okay, just I had done that. I'll just do it once again.
Yeah, it's visible now. Yeah.
I'm sorry for most of the part that was missed. So yeah, we've been talking about focus on high biological value or good quality protein intake, which is important for healing. It is important for healing of the overall surgical wounds. As I just mentioned, that your body is functioning at a way higher rate, and which causes breakdown of your muscle if your protein intake is not adequate. For managing blood sugars, if you're diabetic, it is important to maintain a balance between your diet and medicine. There are certain drugs which one would require post-surgery, for example, prednisone, which keeps the immunity a little suppressed to protect the organ. And this drug in itself might lead to a new onset of diabetes or uncontrolled blood sugars. There also needs to be maintained a consistent quality carbohydrate intake. We will also talk about this in detail. And of course, subject to each patient's levels of electrolytes, we might need to take a look at that. In general, one would need a sodium restriction. Now, healthy nutrition post-transplant, there is any day, pre, peri, and post, there is a need to maintain healthy body weight. How do you know what is the range of your body weight? How would you? It's very simple. So one might want to take its height in centimeter. So for example, if your height is somewhere around 150 centimeter, minus 103 for men and minus 102 for women is your weight. So 150 minus 103 is somewhere around 47, and 150 minus 102 is somewhere around 48. This is the simplest way to understand what is your healthy body weight. But with vital organ failures, especially kidney and liver failure, one experiences a lot of fluid retention. So your body is basically not able to excrete or remove the fluids, the excess fluids, which otherwise is possible when your organs are functioning well. In that case, you need to your doctors will tell you the severity of fluid retention that you have. So if you have a mild fluid retention, a minus 5% of your actual body weight is your dry body weight. For a moderate fluid retention, it's 10%, and for a severe fluid retention, it's 15%. So you need to keep subtracting 5 to 10 to 15% of your actual body weight to get your dry body weight. Okay, apart from this, it's very important to manage any other health issues. So for example, particularly in patients with renal failures, there is high blood pressure. Because of drugs, there may be new onset diabetes and high cholesterol. And this is a balance which one needs to strike between drug as well as diet management. So you need to be constantly in touch with your doctors as well as your the dietitian as well. There is also importance of food safety. So post-transplant, I'll just give a brief idea. It is intentionally through certain medications, your immunity will be kept a little low. That is to protect the newly transplanted organ. So because your body has a tendency to attack anything new which enters the body, the immunity is intentionally kept low. Now, when you have a low immunity, you are at a higher risk of gaining food-related infections, which usually don't happen. It's important that your food is safe, particularly post-transplant. So home-cooked meals, shelf life of those foods, avoiding processed foods is what you would need to maintain. Dietary modifications as a blanket which will be needed is you need to focus on fiber. Now, when I say fiber, it is not typically, eating a lot of raw things, and the grain that you choose is again very, very important. Your vegetables and your fruits will give you a lot of soluble fiber, which helps in absorbing nutrients from food. But your whole grains, legumes, will give you insoluble fiber, which is important in maintaining your daily bowels, in maintaining your stool volume, which a lot of patients find challenging otherwise. There's importance of choosing high biological value protein, limiting junk or fried foods, because simply when you eat a piece of bread, it will give you 80 calories maybe. At the same time, when you eat a normal ghar ka hand-sized chapati, that will also give you 80 to 100 calories. But the difference is, in that chapati, you will get extra 3-gram protein. You will get some amount of fiber. Wheat has, for Indians and vegetarians, wheat is one of the important source of iron in diet. So there is a lot compared. We usually tend to compare only the calories and we feel, okay, maybe this is replaceable, but no. Your processed foods most of the times will have only calories, whereas your routine home-cooked food will have a lot of other micronutrients as well. Watch your portion size. Even if you're eating something healthy, even if you're eating home-cooked food, if you tend to overdo or underdo with your portion sizes, it might not help. We'll see more examples on these. Let's move on to the most interesting part of our presentation. Now, it is very important to know, will ever consume a high blood pressure medicine of any random dose. So if the doctor prescribes a 10 mg tablet, you will stick to 10 mg. Similarly, your diet, the food that you eat, has to be well controlled in terms of portion. If your portion size is well controlled and you're eating something healthy, it helps. If your portion size is well controlled and at the same time, once in a while you eat something unhealthy, there are ways and means to manage that. So let's start with one serving of protein, that is your palm size. Okay, your hand is your guide. So one palm, a little bent like this, is your protein serving. When you're taking something which needs to be measured, for example, dal or your legumes, which you cannot really count, one katori that fits in a little bent palm of yours is equal to one portion. When you're eating something which is countable, okay, for example, you're taking eggs, or maybe you're taking, chicken pieces or anything, something that fits in your palm again is the right size. Now, when you talk of one serving of vegetables, it is one fist. So your hand bent like this, which can fit in cooked vegetable, is one fist. We will again go and see how many of these portion sizes are needed per day. But just learn, when you talk about protein, when you talk about vegetables, what is the dosage? Okay. When you talk about carbohydrates, now a lot of us, usually there are not many patients who are overweight or obese when it comes to vital organ failure. But as we see a remarkable increase in obesity in our country as well, of late the ratios have changed. A lot of vital organ failures, a lot of patients awaiting transplant do exhibit obesity and overweight issues as well. In that, it is important that you rightly take your amount of carbohydrates, avoiding carbohydrates completely, going on a high protein diet which does not have enough of carbohydrates might not help. Because when your body does not get enough of carbohydrates, it will start using protein for carbohydrate function. So carbohydrate actually gives you maximum energy, and protein performs a lot of muscle building, immunity building, and other metabolic activities. When you have less carbohydrate intake, your protein will actually perform the role of carbohydrate, and you might experience muscle loss and other functional compromises. So when it comes to carbohydrates, make healthier carbohydrate choices, take more of whole grains, and the right portion is a cupped hand. So your hand, so for example, when you actually try to take a chapati, it should be open hand. Okay, this radius should be enough to give you one serving of carbohydrate. But otherwise, when you're taking rice, when you're taking dalia, anything else that needs to be measured and cannot be counted, this cupped hand is your size guide or the portion guide. Next to it is one serving of fats. Very, very important. Again, particularly in patients with liver failure, we feel that you need to completely avoid and stay away from fats and oils, which is not the case. A lot of your daily body functions require adequate amount of fat and oil intake, and your thumb is the guide. So a spoon which is equal to your thumb in length is your guide. A spoon of mixed seeds, a spoon of oil, or maybe other fat sources in the diet is what you can use as a guide. It is definitely difficult to get your portions and dosages exactly right, but this gives you maximum, you can get near to the right amount. And this usually helps once you get used to it, or you can standardize and keep cups and spoons of these portion guide sizes. It helps in achieving the required nutritional intake during the day. Now we've seen how what is one portion. Now let's see how many portions do you need in a day. So grains or cereals, so relatively, comparatively, women in India, the height range is between 150 to 155 centimeters, and for men it is between 162 to 166. This is based on that. individual to your health condition, individual to your height and weight and other anthropometric measurements, it might differ. This is in general. So 4 to 6 servings of carbohydrates every day. We just discussed the portion size. Vegetables 5 plus. Now, when we talk of these vegetable servings, which is 5 plus, I mean, one would feel itna sara sabzi khana hai. Not exactly. You need to take these vegetables, but definitely in different forms. So each time you eat your main meal, that is your lunch and your dinner, make sure there are 2 vegetable servings. One can be your salad and the other is your cooked vegetable serving. That makes it 4 for the day. And in between snacks, whenever you take, even if you incorporate a small, cupped hand of vegetable, in any form in it, that helps. So anywhere between 4 to 6 should be your number of vegetable servings per day. Second is the fruit serving, 2 per day. Again, an open palm is the size guide. Protein serving, very important, especially for patients who are awaiting transplant. Generally, you might require 2 to 3 servings per day, which is again an open palm. So an open palm size of chicken, fish, if you're a non-vegetarian, an open palm that fits maybe 2 eggs in it. If you're a vegetarian, then you may want to switch to milk and milk products, dals and legumes. But this is your size guide. Apart from this protein, dairy and alternatives. So your milk, curd, paneer, chena, whatever, anything that is produced from milk would be some 3 to 4 servings in a day. Best thing is you can buy a half-liter packet of milk, skim milk preferably, or reduced fat milk, preferably wherein the fat content is between 1.5 to 3% and not more than that. That half-liter milk packet utilize in a day for your dahi, chai, coffee and milk intake, and that serves you a good percentage of protein and calcium which will be needed during the day. Fats, we just discussed, a spoon which is your thumb size, 2 to 4 servings in a day. So this is roughly how one can maintain a balance between different food groups and at the same time get the portion sizes right. Now it's very interesting to know that there are a lot of hidden sources of sodium in your diet. A lot of times, in fact, in most of the vital organ failures, most of the doctors will suggest you to limit your sodium intake. In that, if I have to mention a number, your sodium intake should not be more than 2000 mg per day. But how do we really convert it to our dietary intake? So your salt intake, a lot of times when we are told not to take salt, we try and start switching to salt alternatives. So namak nahi kha sakte, kala namak, senda namak, pink namak, there is a lot available in the market. When you take any salt alternative, there is a high likelihood that it will have less sodium. So kam sodium wala namak aap le rahe. But in that there are other electrolytes which are high. Patients who have kidney failure must have heard a lot about potassium. So jis namak mein there is less sodium, in that there will be high potassium. So there is no point switching to one high electrolyte in trying to manage the other electrolyte low. Stick to namak, which is normal, your salt, and again your thumb size is the portion guide. So for a patient with renal failure, with heart failure, up to 5 grams, 1 teaspoon of salt is fine. For liver failure patients, this is sometimes more severe and you need to take advice by a qualified dietitian. If at all you need to limit your salt intake beyond this. Now there are a lot of hidden sources of salt in your diet. So for example, in your daily diet, when you take biscuits with your tea, it has baking soda, it has preservatives, and any preservative will have higher sodium content. So it is again advised to, limit your processed food intake. Now you might feel, how will I enjoy my tea without biscuits? It's fine to take 2 biscuits per day, 1 with each of your tea time, but beyond that, you might overdo with your salt intake. Whenever we also, especially in metropolitan cities, have a tendency to buy frozen foods and, maintain our work and home life balance with the help of such ready to prepare foods. In those also, because they are canned, frozen, processed to last longer, it is going to have a higher sodium content. So, and we just talked about milk products. Cheese is also a milk product. Butter is also a milk product, but these are primary sources of fats and not protein. And at the same time, it has a lot of salt content, high salt content also. So when making milk product and fat choices, try to avoid cheese and butter. If you're really fond of it, taking it once in 10 to 15 days should be okay. Again, your thumb is your size guide, not more than one portion. Keep looking at the serving size. This might be a little cumbersome to begin with, but once you get used to, you will be taking your medicine as well as your food in the right dose. With this, I come to the end of my presentation. It was lovely. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and we hope to connect with our patients more often. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pooja. Those were some very valuable tips. We will continue to connect with you for your guidance for our patients from time to time. Thank you so much, and have a good day. Right. So, Shiva, can we please play the for the recipes? So here are some of the recipes which Pooja had suggested. So these are very quick recipes, very easy recipes, and very healthy. So suggest you all to have it. So friends, remember, Triumph is your voice, my voice, our voice. Together, let us be heard as one voice because in unity lies strength. Visit triumph.org.in, that's triumph with an O, and know more about various ways of associating with Triumph. I thank both the experts for their valuable inputs today. I thank the expert advisors, some of whom did join us today. I thank them for their support and for agreeing to take time out of their valuable time to help the Triumph members from time to time. I thank each and every one of you for being part of this lovely event this morning. I'm praising it myself, but I'm so excited, and I do look forward. All of us do look forward to collaborating with you all in various ways of support, advocacy, awareness, holding hands. So take care, stay fit, do reach out. All the best.